Welcome to Align Books. We are happy to have you on board. In this Help Studio tutorial, we will explore the payment receipt preparation options. Before we begin, let us understand about the need of payment receipt entry and the relevance of this particular activity. The basic purpose of payment receipt entry is to account for the payment received from the customer and to generate a receipt against this payment in favour of the customer. Align Books has made this module more useful for you by providing the following additional utilities. If you are maintaining and tracking bill-wise outstanding of customers, you can adjust the bills against which this particular payment is received. If a party or customer has made any deduction from the total amount payable against any bill, for example, cash discount, TDS and bank charges, you can adjust the same without the need of passing any additional adjustment vouchers. If a party or customer has made any interest payments towards the delay of a payment, you can account for this interest without the need of passing any additional adjustment vouchers. If payment is received through direct bank transfer in case of foreign dealings and the bank has deducted any commission or charges, you can account for the same without the need of passing any additional adjustment vouchers. If there is any currency fluctuation difference in the case of foreign dealings, the system will automatically calculate, adjust, and account for the same without undergoing through any additional adjustment vouchers. You can create a payment receipt through Payment Receipt menu under Sales module of Align Books. The key functions of Payment Receipt module are creation of a new payment receipt, modification of an existing payment receipt, deletion of an existing payment receipt. Configuration. Align Books provides you with a facility to configure your payment receipt with respect to choice of maintaining multiple series of documents, payment receipts, choice of sending email and SMS on creation or edit or approval of the documents, and for approval system settings, etc. Click on Configuration while you have selected the menu of Payment Receipt Note from the drop-down list of Sales module. Let's now understand how to create a new payment receipt in simple steps. You have 3 ways to prepare a payment receipt. Enter the fresh data for the first time. Open an existing document and use the copy feature of Align Books to make the necessary changes. This will save your time and efforts. If you have data in an Excel format, import data and make the required changes. Once you finish up with the configuration of the document, you can start creating the payment receipt. Let's learn how to enter the fresh set of data for the first time for creating this sort of document. Location. If you are handling multi-locations, select the required location from the drop-down menu. This field is available only if you have configured multi-location on in Configuration, then Company Setup, then General Setup. If your desired location does not exist in the menu, you can create a new location by clicking on the pencil icon or the plus option within the drop-down menu. You can also edit or delete a location from here. Select a location to be edited or deleted and then click on the pencil icon. The location will be opened in edit mode and you can edit it and save it by clicking on Save. You can delete it by clicking on Delete. Category. If you are classifying your document in different categories, select the applicable category from the drop-down menu. This field is available only if you have configured Document Classification On in Configuration, then Company Setup, then Sales Setup, then Basic. You can add, edit or delete a category by following the process described under the Location tab. Receipt date. Enter the date which you wish to reflect in the document. By default, the system will take the current date. You can also pick a different date by just clicking on the calendar function. Voucher number prefix. While configuring your document, if you have opted to maintain manual prefix, select a prefix from the drop-down list. If the required prefix does not exist in the list, you're able to create a new one by clicking on the pencil icon or the plus option within the drop-down menu and input a name. Number. While configuring your document, if you have opted to maintain manual numbering, enter a document number here. Customer. Select a customer from whom the payment is received. You can add, edit or delete a customer by following the process described under Location tab. Email. The system will also pull the email ID from the customer master. You can make changes in any of these auto-filled fields if you so desire. Cash or bank. Select the cash or bank account where the payment so received is booked or deposited. If the required cash or bank, GL, does not exist in the list, you can create a new one by clicking on the pencil icon or the plus option within the drop-down list and input the same. Amount. Enter the amount received. If the payment received is in a currency other than your own currency, enter the amount received in that currency without converting it into your own currency. For example, if you have received $1,000, you should enter 1,000 here. Check number. Enter the check or other instrument number if applicable. If the payment is received through RTGS or NEFT, you can enter the RTGS or NEFT reference number. Bank reference. Select a bank if applicable from the drop-down list. If the required bank does not exist in the list, you can create a new one by clicking on the pencil icon or the plus option within the drop-down list and input the same. Date. Enter the check date if applicable. By default, the system will take the current date. You can also pick a different date by just clicking on the calendar function. Currency. If you are preparing payment receipt in a foreign currency, select a currency from the drop-down menu. This field is available only if you have configured multi-currency on in Configuration, then Company Setup, then General Setup. If your desired currency does not exist in the menu, you can add a new currency by clicking on the pencil icon or the plus option within the drop-down menu. Conversion rate. The system will automatically get the conversion rate from the currency master if already created by you. If you wish to change the currency conversion rate for this particular document, you can do the same here. Fluctuations. This represents currency rate difference arising due to timing gap between the invoice and the payment date. For example, your base currency is INR and you made an invoice for $1,000 on the 1st of the 1st, 2017, and the rate of dollars on that date was INR 60. So, you have booked your bill for INR 60,000, i.e. 1,000 times 60. Now, you received payment on the 15th of the 1st, 2017, and the rate of dollars versus INR on that date was 60.33. And accordingly, the bank has credited your account by INR 60,330. In such circumstances, in your books of account, you will credit your customer by $1,000, INR 60,000, and the balance of INR 330 you can directly credit to Fluctuations Difference account from this menu. Once you adjust the payment received towards the bills against which payment is received, the system will automatically get the rate of conversion if earlier configured and will automatically calculate and account for the difference in Fluctuations Difference account if the account is set as default at the time of company configuration. So far, we have entered the basic details of the payment receipt. We will now see how to adjust bills against this payment receipt. Fill outstanding bills. When you will click on Fill Outstanding Bills, the system will display all the unadjusted debit or credit entries of the selected customer for selected branch if applicable, and for selected currency if applicable. Before adjusting the bills, let's understand each of the columns on the display list. Bill number. Here the unadjusted bill or receipt numbers are displayed. Bill date. Here the bill or receipt date is displayed. Due date. Here the payment due date is displayed. Bill amount. Here the bill or receipt amount is displayed. If your bill is in a foreign currency, this column will appear twice, one column showing the bill amount in foreign currency and the other showing the bill amount in local currency. Conversion rate. Here the currency conversion rate taken at the time of bill or invoice creation is displayed. Outstanding. Here the net outstanding amount, i.e. the invoice amount less the amount already adjusted earlier against this bill or receipt, is displayed. If your bill is in a foreign currency, this column will appear twice, one column showing the outstanding amount in foreign currency and the other showing the outstanding amount in local currency. Adjust now. Here you have to enter the amount to adjust against this bill or receipt out of the present receipt. Cash discount. If you have allowed any cash discount against this document, enter the cash discount amount. Net receipt. The system will display the net receipt, i.e., the amount less cash discount. Reference number. Here the document reference number is displayed. Reference date. Here the reference document's date is displayed. Once the document amount is equal to the amount adjusted, the document will disappear from the outstanding list, and the outstanding report generated thereafter will help you in proper payment follow-up and effective credit control. Remark. You may input here any remark pertaining to the document. Attachment. You may upload any supporting documents which can be used for the future reference. For example, you may scan and attach a copy of inward remittance receipt supplied by the customer. You can browse the location to find the document and attach the same. Click on the X to remove the attachment. Total bill amount. Based on the data filled in the table, the system will calculate the total amount adjusted against various bills, DN, CN, or receipts, and will display here. Less cash discount. Based on the data filled in the table, the system will calculate the total cash discount allowed in various documents and will display here. Less TDS deducted. If the party has deducted TDS out of the payment, enter the TDS amount. Add delay interest. If interest is received due to delay in payment, enter the interest amount. Net amount. After making addition or deletion as above, the net amount will be displayed here. On account. This represents difference between amount actually received and net amount adjusted as above. Total payment. This represents the total amount receivable after all adjustments. Less bank charges. In case of foreign dealings, if bank has deducted any charge, enter the amount so deducted. Net bank impact. This represents the actual inflow in the bank after deducting bank charges. The on-account payment will appear in the windows of unadjusted payments against the payment receipt number and can be adjusted at a later stage. All the adjustments made above, i.e. cash discount, TDS deducted, interest received, bank charges and fluctuation gain or loss, shall be posted directly in respective default ledgers as defined by you at the time of company setup. The system will not accept the over-adjustment of bills, i.e. negative on account. Attribute. The system will ask for this information only if you have selected to use attributes in general ledgers, configuration, then company setup, then finance, then attribute, and if there is GL where attribute is linked, is affected by this payment receipt. For example, if you have allocated an attribute with GL cash discount and an amount is going to be credited or debited by creation of this payment receipt, the system will ask to select an attribute to be linked with cash discount. Click on Save to save the document prepared by you. Click on Print to print the document prepared by you. If you want to send an email or SMS, click on arrow beside Mail and click on Email or SMS. Clear. Before clicking this option, make sure that all the data entered is no more required by you. The moment you click on this option, the system will erase all the data and give you an empty screen to enter fresh data. Import. Click on Import to import data and select a file from which the data is to be imported. Schedule. If you want to create a schedule for this document, click on Schedule. You have completed creation of payment receipt. Open. Click here to open an existing payment receipt. Copy. Click here to copy the values from an existing payment receipt. We hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Please give us a call for further help. Happy aligning!